Silently sitting on the train, I could feel my heart pounding in my chest. The events that had just unfolded were beyond belief. My hands trembled as I tried to shake off the overwhelming sense of dread that had enveloped me and my friend Tierra. What have we done? I stuttered, barely able to articulate my thoughts. Tierra's eyes were wide with shock, mirroring my own. I don't know, Alice. It happened so fast, I didn't mean to. But her words only fueled my fear. What had she done? What had we both done? The weight of our actions settled on my shoulders like a suffocating burden, and I knew there was no going back. The memories flooded my mind as Tierra and I found ourselves lost in the past. It all started innocently enough when Tierra and I became friends. Jodie and Tierra had been friends long before I arrived, but things changed when I came into the picture. Tierra and I hit it off instantly, discovering that we both had a thirst for excitement and were drawn to forbidden experiences. We began sneaking off to smoke and drink beers in secret, away from prying eyes. As our bond grew stronger, Jodie's discomfort with our rebellious actions only deepened the rift between her and us. She came from a conservative family and was timid compared to Tierra and me. So, while we ventured into new and thrilling territories, she often slept away from our team, unable to tolerate our mischievous endeavors. The more time we spent together, the more Jodie seemed to resent me for stealing her best friend's attention. Tierra didn't make things any better as she spoke ill of Jodie in front of me, feeding the seeds of discord between us. Despite the tension, I tried to maintain a connection with both of them, but it proved challenging as the divide between our worlds grew. Finally, the opportunity for a vacation together arose, and we invited Jodie to join us. Excited about rekindling our friendship, she lied to her parents, telling them she was going to her sister's place instead. Little did she know that our vacation would turn into a terrifying nightmare, one that would shatter our friendship forever. The train journey started with laughter and anticipation, but it soon descended into chaos and betrayal. The prank we pulled on Jodie, intended as a jest, backfired horribly. She was scared and hurt, and her anger towards Tierra reached its boiling point. The argument that followed was heated, and the train compartment seemed to fill with a sense of impending doom. As emotions ran high, Tierra's rage reached a breaking point, and in an impulsive act, she pushed Jodie out of the moving train. The sight of Jodie's terrified face haunted me, and I couldn't believe what had just happened. We watched in shock as the train carried us away, leaving Jodie behind in the darkness. As the train carried us forward, the weight of guilt gnawed at my conscience, but fear paralyzed me from confronting Tierra about her reckless actions. We both agreed to keep this dreadful secret hidden from the world, hoping that Jodie's disappearance would be seen as a mere vanishing act. After all, she hadn't told anyone about her plans to join us on vacation, giving us a glimmer of hope that we could escape identification as the culprits behind her disappearance. The thought of anyone finding out about what we did filled me with dread, and we knew we had to stand united, praying that this dark secret would never see the light of day, and that our actions wouldn't destroy everything we held dear. But our attempts to rationalize the situation were cut short when a lady from passenger service suddenly appeared at our cabin door. Her inquisitive gaze pierced through us as she inquired, "What was all that noise about?" Her raised eyebrow signaled suspicion, sending shivers down our spines. Panicking, we exchanged nervous glances, desperately trying to come up with a plausible excuse. I quickly improvised. My leg got hurt and I yelped in pain. It's nothing to worry about." My voice wavered as I spoke, hoping she would buy our feeble lie. As we breathed a sigh of relief, believing we had convinced her, the lights in the train cabin began to flicker erratically. The once familiar surroundings now took on an eerie aura, casting dancing shadows that seemed to come alive, intensifying the haunting atmosphere around us. The woman's transformation began before our disbelieving eyes. Her appearance distorted, her once familiar face contorted into something grotesque and horrifying. In the dim, flickering light, her features took on a ghastly pallor, and her eyes seemed hollow, devoid of life, yet brimming with an otherworldly intensity. My heart pounded in my chest like crazy, and I felt pure terror gripping me. The air around us got heavy, and the guilt we felt weighed even more as Jodie's ghostly figure came closer. It was like she existed in a realm beyond the physical, and her mere presence filled the cabin with a bone-chilling dread. I tried to talk, to apologize or beg for forgiveness, but my voice failed me. I could only manage feeble whispers, completely overwhelmed by this supernatural encounter. Jodie's ghost stood there, reminding us of the consequences of our terrible actions, and her eyes seemed to pierce through our very souls, digging up our deepest regrets. Then, in a soft, eerie whisper that sent shivers down my spine, she spoke. "Friends don't lie to each other.